Well, Hamlet is a political thriller. Uh, and there's this whole backdrop of what's going on in Norway that has to do with our last king who challenged Fortinbras. The old Hamlet challenges the old Fortinbras to a duel and kills him and wins all the land. And then this young upstart Fortinbras comes back. And
Did you play Fortinbras?
I did. It's crazy. He's really the central character of the play. You don't see him a lot, but it doesn't mean he's always there in the back of Hamlet's head. Hamlet's in love with Fortinbras. It's secret. They couldn't tell their fathers, and that's why Hamlet's so freaked out when he sees his dad. He's like, "Thank God, Dad's dead. I thought I was going to have to tell him about the affair," and then boom, he's back, and suddenly Hamlet has this. He doesn't know what to do. He has this big secret. He doesn't really want to tell anybody. Finally, he tells Ophelia, and she like freaks out and jumps in the lake. And so like he's like, I don't know if I can deal with this. And so finally, he just kind of like freaks out and deals with it by sublimating his internal feelings into killing his uncle for no reason whatsoever. And that's as far as my understanding. How the story goes. And now there's this guy Horatio, who's this know-it-all friend, who lays it all out at the beginning. I mean, he knows this is not going to go well, but he's really interested in seeing how it all plays out. So he just lets it happen. It's like, go ahead, dude. Go ahead, kill your uncle. I don't give a shit. Great guy. He's my the second most important character in the play after Fortinbras. There you have it. It's the best play I've ever written. All these secret characters. We would never guess that Fortinbras and Hamlet are together until that one line, and Act 5, Scene 2 just reveals it all. But I'll let you see the play. I don't want to give it away.
Well, how would you react if I told you, which is true, that we've cut Fortinbras and the entire struggle of Norway out of our vision?
That's an interesting choice. I guess the story then centers on Polonius. I don't know who's left. Good luck.
Can you? Yeah, we've cut all the political struggle out.
No, so it's about Hamlet. It's about this guy who's depressed and has this internal struggle. You all know the story, right? Or maybe you don't. Maybe that's why you're filming this.
Can you give me any lines from the play?
Well, I think I know some of Horatio's lines. Well, I can just tell you about the political backdrop with our last king, whose image, even but now, appeared to us was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, slain, and thereto put down by the most emulate pride. Something like that. Those aren't right at all. To sleep. That's a good line.
Do you remember any of Oh, What a Rogue a Peasant Slave?
No. Am I?
Any other lines that just jump to your head? It doesn't have to be a soliloquy or a monologue, just like single lines even?
A rat. A rat. Isn't that what he yells in the theater? I remember loving the musicians. You probably cut them too. But I don't really remember any of their lines at all, except they're going on about the flutes and lutes and this and that, and chumming it up with Rosencrantz. It's all good.
Yeah, we kept that. Can you tell us who Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are?
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are old fop friends from school. Not really friends, just kind of like hangers-on. You know those guys you really... They just won't go away. Well, they show up at the castle, which is really the last thing Hamlet wants. Except that, they are this kind of... They'll listen to the guy, right? And so, he kind of talks their ear off, and then... but he's really tricking them. He kind of sends them to their death. Just so he can figure out his situation a little better. And it really doesn't help him at all. He's basically getting rid of these two annoying guys once he's done spilling his secrets to them. Unfortunate situation for them, but I bet they got laid a lot at the castle. because there's not a lot of other men there who aren't old or malicious or dead ghosts. Two young guys, and Hamlet's certainly not like spreading it around. He probably got to second base with Ophelia. That didn't go well, did it? Depends on how you look at it. No, but I always thought of them kind of having a run of the place. Everyone else is off to war, right? All the other young men. Why are these two guys like standing here in the castle, kind of with nothing to do other than fucking die? Now that's an interesting story. Maybe the play should be about them. I think that's been done.
Could you tell me about Hamlet's relationship with his mother?
Ooh, yeah. That's a good scene, right? Hope you cut that. Let's talk about all of our relationships with our mother, right? Hamlet loves his mother very much. He's very mixed. I mean, very much. And he doesn't want to share her. So after he killed his father, it was really him, that's the secret. He wants his mother all to himself, but she goes to his uncle. It just doesn't work out well. So he locks himself in her room and kills their old friend, and then he jumps on her basically and professes his undying lust for his mother. He doesn't say it in so many words, but you can read in between the lines, right? And so they have a very interesting relationship, and she was never a good cook, which was always a point of contention between them. All his friends had mothers who would bake pies, and just wonderful pies, the kind you sit on the windowsill. But his mother kind of just sat in the throne all the time, and he got like bed sores. This was, this was not the mother you wanted to show off to your friends when they came over to play when you were a kid. This is. So it was always embarrassing, especially because he wanted her so much.
I want to let you go, but I'm going to keep asking you more questions. Because I can't. Could you tell me about Ophelia and what her tragic story was?
Tragic, really? No, Ophelia is an artist, a tortured artist, and for some reason Shakespeare didn't write any of her art into the show. So you don't get that sense that she's like, a late 20-something who's really on a downward spiral from the beginning, so she's got to die before she turns 30. It's just it's beautiful. It's like the Kurt Cobain story all over again. I'm sure Shakespeare probably pulled from that, and she just has this beautiful story, and it's unfortunate that none of her music and paintings survived, short of the song she sings right before she kills herself, which you probably cut.